Hello and welcome back to The Comfort Zone. This is the last episode of 2024, which feels weird to say because this year has just gone so fast. And I feel like that's why you should explain why you look a little bit emotional.
I haven't been crying in a negative way. I've been crying with laughter because, first of all, we've tried to film this intro twice now.
Yeah.
Turns out the camera wasn't recording anything that happened.
Yeah.
But the first time, JC was like, this year's gone really quickly. And I was like, yeah, it has. And you know what? It's really weird because I thought it only felt quick when you're an adult because you've lived a longer percentage of your life, whatever, so the years feel quicker. And then I was like, but I've heard kids saying it too. And then I was like, well, I haven't actually spoken to any kids, but I've spoken to people that have spoken to kids who have said that. And then it just made it sound like I've been interviewing kids via people I know, and I hadn't. And it just all got really weird really quickly. And I started crying. JC was just sort of looking at me like,
Are you okay?
You okay?
It was not. It was very funny. You had to be there to understand.
You had to be there, but you had no chance to be because the camera wasn't recording.
But we're persevering. We're not taking that as a sign.
No,
we're going to carry on with this episode. I'm excited for this episode.
Yeah, it's the last episode of 2024. Let's make it a good one. What's this, 8 episodes into the comfort zone?
Yeah, that's a lot. Thank you for sticking around for this long. I've enjoyed this whole journey so much.
It's been so fun and I'm so excited to see where we go with this in 2025.
Yeah, I feel like it's just going to get bigger and better and the episodes are going to get, well, I was going to say they're going to get even better as well, but I feel like we've done so well.
We've peaked.
We have.
It's only downhill from here. No. None of that energy because 2024 has a slight negative aura that we're leaving behind.
Yeah.
Going into 2025 with purely positive vibes, good energy, all of that.
I'm here for that. I feel like 2025 sounds right in a weird way. Like, anytime I go, I was going to say to write the year, I'm not in school. But anytime I go to, like, I don't know, make plans or whatever, I feel like 2025 just has a ring to it. Like, 2024 sounds old.
Yeah, 2024 doesn't sound nice.
No.
2025, it's going to be a good year.
Yeah, and on that note, I feel like instead of doing our wins and wobbles this week, because it's just been Christmas, I feel like we've had a lovely time. Hopefully everyone's relaxed quite a lot and just spent time with loved ones. And if you haven't had a nice Christmas, we are sending you lots of love and we hope you're okay. But yeah, I feel like instead of doing wins and wobbles this week, we're going to do ins and outs. What we're taking into 2025 and what we're leaving behind in 2024. I feel like your list is going to be longer than mine for outs.
I have beef with this year, so I will have a lot to say.
Okay, I'm ready. I think we're all ready to hear it.
I'm going to start with an in because I don't want to start on a negative note.
I like that.
My first in for 2025 is embracing every single part of yourself. And that might sound like duh, obviously that's what I stand for. But I feel like even self-love content or self-acceptance content, positivity, all of that, it still kind of holds back a bit.
Yeah.
Like people still, they might show their bad skin, but it's only from an angle that they feel fully happy with themselves in.
Yeah.
And, you know, I might go out and about without makeup on, but I'll always do my eyebrows because I need to have that little bit about me that makes me feel confident.
Yeah.
And I never really just embrace myself. I still feel like I am negative about myself, say, even when I've just first woken up in the morning.
Yeah.
Like that is my pure, just natural self. And I want to embrace that version of me as much as I embrace the slightly done up but not fully done up, no makeup kind of version of me, if you know what I mean. And I want social media to do that too because I'm fed up of semi-positivity content that you can kind of... It still kind of makes you feel bad because... Yeah,
I'm going to jump in there because I feel like it compares... I don't know how to word this right. But like every time someone shows something that society has deemed as negative is always shown in comparison to society's ideal because we still inherently feel that it's negative and we have to prove that it's okay by, I don't know.
No, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Like why can't we just make that the new normal rather than it always being like...
Yeah.
Because it kind of sometimes feels like, and this is going to sound bad, but it kind of sometimes feels like people are saying, like, it's okay if you're ugly.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. Like, it's okay if you have bad skin. This is what my skin looks like when it looks really good, like, really clear. But it's okay to have spots as well and be society's thing of ugly.
Sorry.
No, you carry on.
It's still that good and that bad. Like, what you just said, like, it's that... This is my skin on a good day. This is my skin on a bad day. Like, why can't it just be skin?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I think that's what I mean. I want to embrace the whole spectrum.
Jinx.
Yeah. We've done that so many times.
I know. Today it's been weird. Like, this is completely off tangent, but we walked into the room and we just started singing the same song at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, from dead silence, and we just suddenly just, like, broke into song at the same time.
And we're synced up on our periods.
Yeah.
There's some witchy stuff going on.
It's wild. It's wild up in here.
But anyways, that's my first in of 2025.
I love that. And I feel like I want to take that into my life too. But not in a sense, like, I feel like I do that in my personal life, but I don't show up in that way online still. I don't know why. There's, like, a mental block when I feel like people are looking at you.
Yeah, and that totally makes sense. If
Yeah.
you're putting yourself out to a load of people, you're going to want to look your best. But why can't we make looking your best
Just you existing.
however you look on that day?
Yeah.
And on that note, what is your... I was about to say win. What is your first in for 2025?
In and win sound the same.
I know. I was, like, getting confused.
In win. My in for 2025 is just really being in tune with myself and what I want from life. Like, as a people pleaser, I feel like you get me as well.
Yep.
Obviously.
Mhm.
We're all people pleasers here pretty much. I feel like it's just in our nature. But I want to obviously not make anyone else upset, and, like, I still want to be a nice person, but I also want to make decisions that put me at the forefront, because at the end of the day it is my life, and not in a selfish way, but in a way that why would I live a life dictated by someone else?
I feel like for so long you have let your worries about how you could upset somebody else by making a decision that is right for you stop you from making that decision.
Yeah.
And I think it's a lot of us don't understand that you can say no, you can leave situations, you can set boundaries, you can step away from things that aren't making you happy, and it doesn't make you a bad person.
You've done that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I literally have done it
Yeah.
in multiple ways this year, but for you especially. Sorry. I said that like Sid the Sloth. Oh, I was on such a roll. For you especially, I'm being serious, otherwise we'll never get through this episode. For you especially, I have noticed you doing it time and time again, where you don't want to leave something or give something up because you're like, yeah, but what about how this person feels? And it's like, what about how you feel?
Yeah, like, even going back to when I left my job a few months ago, like, I didn't want to leave because I didn't want to let anyone down that I was working for, but then I was so unhappy every single day. And am I going to live the rest of my life being unhappy just because I want to make this person that at the end of the day probably doesn't care about me at all? I'm going to try and make them happy for the rest of my life and be miserable. I am the one that has to wake up every single day and go about my 24 hours, go about my routine. And if I'm constantly doing that to please other people and I'm never pleasing myself, what's the point?
Yeah.
Like, it's not selfish to put yourself first.
No. Especially not because your decisions are based off emotions that other people aren't actually feeling. They're just potentially could, in some alternate universe, feel that if you did what was right for you, you could upset them.
Yeah.
Chances are those people are going to understand and not be upset. But
That's
as a
true.
people pleaser, it's obviously so hard to recognise that. But I am so behind you bringing that into 2025 because I
Thank
feel like it's
you.
your time.
Thank you. I'm very excited. I feel like I'm going to thrive when I just tune into my own energy and what I really, really want to do. So that's going to be my in.
Love that.
Thank you.
Okay, my first thing that I am leaving in 2024 and I'm not bringing into 2025 is stopping myself from doing things that I want to do or that I need to do because I create these invisible barriers. And I feel like this might not make sense to everyone. I don't know if it's an ADHD brain thing, but there are so many things in my day that stop me from doing other things that don't need to be a barrier. Literally things like, if I just put makeup on in the morning and I get ready, I will film and I will make content and I will go out and do things. And if I just take that like 10-15 minutes of my morning to get ready, and obviously my last thing was that I want to embrace myself more, but I think the two can coexist. It's okay to accept that I feel more likely to do things because I'm more confident in myself if I do put a bit of makeup on and do my hair. Maybe by the end of next year that'll have changed because I'll have embraced myself a bit more. But that's the sort of thing that's like an invisible barrier. Or things that, this might sound really weird or silly to some people, but say I I've got quite a small bedroom, right?
Yeah.
Say I had a laundry basket in my room. If I had like a full laundry basket that I brought upstairs and it was really late at night, so I didn't want to wake my family up, so I put it in front of the wardrobe and tell myself I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I then, and this is going to sound weird, but hear me out, I then will pick an outfit that I can pull out of one side of the wardrobe that I can open instead of moving the basket.
Yeah.
And next year, maybe this will make sense to ADHD people, not other people, but I just want to stop doing the small things that then affect everything. Like, if I put something in front of my wardrobe or one side of my wardrobe, my brain doesn't do the thing where it's like, first step is move the basket, then you can open the wardrobe. It's like,
Yeah.
how can I do this as quick as possible? And it ends up being slower because I'm just opening one side of my wardrobe, like ramming my hand in trying to get stuff out. But it's small things like that. I want to just do the thing at the time I need to do it so that I don't end up more stressed, making more mess.
Yeah, it's like a ripple effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like these tiny little choices that I make that then end up causing me to
Have like an eruption of just like stress.
and just struggle with other things. And I know it
Yeah.
won't make sense to a lot of people because it's like, just move the basket.
I actually don't think it's silly. I think it's interesting how our brains all work in a different way, and I feel like it'd be really nice for people to hear that if they struggle in the same way that you do. Because you're never alone. There's always someone out there that's going through the same thing, and we can all learn from each other in a positive way. Even if we don't like actually apply to the same situation. Like I don't feel like I do that, but I feel like I can take that into other parts of my life. Like if I've got a big task that I need to do, just taking the first step, whether that's writing an essay or not that I'm going to write an essay, but thinking back to when I was at uni, like the first step is always the hardest. So that approach can be applied to everyone in a small way. Yeah. My out for 2025 is not resting enough. So I'm going to leave that behind, and in 2025 I'm going to schedule in time to actually rest. And like whether that's one day a week or like just a few evenings, it should be every evening to be fair. But I want to have it like in my diary that between 7 and 10 p.m. I'm not doing anything. Like I'm literally going to sit on the sofa or sit in bed and just chill.
Learn how to not work.
Yeah.
So I feel like you just don't know what to do with yourself when you don't have something to do.
I know. I did this the other day. I had an evening where I didn't have anything to do, and I just found myself pottering around the house, just like cleaning random things. I feel like that it is relaxing. I do enjoy cleaning sometimes, but I can't just sit still. I don't know. Can you relate to that?
No. No, I'm the opposite.
I just put you on the spot.
My out for 2025 is rest.
No, we can have opposites. No, it's about balance, isn't it, at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Having a good work-life balance.
I feel like we speak about this a lot. Like the
Yeah.
difference between us is that you are literally a workaholic, and I want to do stuff, and I have
Yeah.
I have so many ideas of stuff that I want to do, but it's always the getting started that I really struggle with, whereas
Yeah.
you struggle with the stopping.
Yeah. It's interesting hearing it like that.
That was our first ins and outs.
Yes.
My second in for 2025, something that I want to bring into 2025, is non-screen hobbies.
Ooh.
I know we've spoken about this a little bit.
Yeah.
I just want to not like connect with nature more, but connect with myself away from a screen more. Because even if my phone's in the same room as me when I'm trying to relax,
Yeah.
if I get a notification, I'm going to check it.
Yeah.
So I just want to get back into hobbies that don't involve my phone, be it like watercolour painting or
Ooh.
just maybe something completely new that I've never done
Yeah.
before. I just want to do hobbies that are away from my phone because I honestly feel like it's rotting my brain, and I know that it's not because I do use social media for good and there are good things on my phone and it means I can stay connected with my friends and stuff like that, but I hate the reliance that my brain has on my phone, the constant wanting to check it, wanting to see what's happening, reaching for that the second I want entertainment.
Yeah.
I'd like to just get back in touch with things that aren't on my phone.
That's so hard to do because right now I can't think of one thing that I love to do that doesn't involve a screen of some sort. Like whether that's watching YouTube or I don't know, I feel like people even read on their phones now. Like I guess a Kindle isn't a screen, but you can read on your phone. You can do everything from a screen.
I love reading books, but if I'm lying in bed,
Yeah.
it feels like more effort to read a book than it does to go on my phone.
Yeah.
even though I enjoy reading books, it's like the whole dopamine weird thing with phones that our brains get addicted to it, I think.
Yeah, it really is an addiction. Do you think you could put your phone away for like an hour a day? Like actually, I don't know, maybe even lock it in a box. Do you think that'd be good for you?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely think I could do it. I think it's just then knowing how to relax and fill my time with something that isn't on my phone.
Yeah, because the whole time as well, I feel like I'd be like, what's happening on my phone? I'm missing out on something important. I'm probably got a really important message that I need to reply to. So you wouldn't actually relax.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. My anxiety goes wild. The second I don't have my phone, I'm like, I've been called about 4 different things. I've been hacked on Instagram, and if I don't log in, like, if I don't go on my phone right now, I'm never going to get my account back. Or people like spreading rumors about me online all of a sudden, or they're in my comment section being mean or something, and that's never ever going to happen. But as soon as I can't be aware, I want to be aware.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's
that's
so interesting.
yeah. It's annoying because I always want to be like, oh no, I'm not addicted to my phone, but my brain definitely is quite reliant on it.
Yeah, I feel like we all are. That's quite normal. I don't know anyone that can go just a whole day without picking up their phone.
No. I mean, they are just part of our lives now. What's your second in?
Ooh, good question. My next in is going to be journaling. I've said it. I've said it. I'm going to do it.
That makes me happy.
Well, I mean, seeing as you got me a journal for Christmas, like, it would be absolutely rude not to.
I even dropped a hint in the intro of the episode before. I was like, it was when I was saying that you have the comfort zone available to you. Like, if I was up there, I would be journaling. Because I knew
All the
that I'd
time.
ordered you a little journaling set.
Oh, that makes me so happy. It makes me emotional to think that you've actually, like, thought and got a gift for me.
You got me the most thoughtful gift ever.
No, stop.
No, I'll cry. She bought me like a proper hot chocolate little shaker maker thing.
Shaker maker.
Shaker maker.
Because you love hot chocolate.
I know, but like,
So they can have
like
nice hot chocolate.
that's like a gift that I love. Like when
Yeah.
someone's like thought about what you love, they
Yeah.
haven't just gone to a shop and seen something that looks like a gift. They're like,
Yeah.
what would this person like? My heart, it just melts. Thank
I
you.
know. No, thank you. I feel like this has become a profession of thanks. Profession. What's the word?
A what? A professional thanks. Procession.
No. Profession.
Profession.
Confession. A confession.
Are you okay? Professional thanks. What are you trying
I'm
to
going to
say?
have to Google this. So I just Googled it and it says a profession of thanks is just a way of saying thank you in a professional setting. I don't think there's anything professional about this. Yeah.
It's not getting professional.
No.
But you can have your profession of thanks if that's what you want.
Yeah, clearly I do. But that was really cute.
Anyway, completely bombarded your in.
Journaling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think even maybe starting it now. I mean, technically today is like just before Christmas, but starting it before January might let me ease into it a little bit easier. So I'm not like on January 1st thinking, I have to write this. I don't know what I'm doing. This feels like so much pressure. It has to be perfect. I can just get it wrong a few times, take it step by step, find what works for me, and then in the new year I can journal my heart out.
Also, you don't have to do it every day.
You don't do it every day, and that makes me feel a lot of bit more at ease, because when I thought of journaling before, I thought of it as like a diary, like every evening I need to sit there for half an hour. Writing takes a long time, like actually writing by hand takes a while, so.
But that's why it's really relaxing.
True.
So I feel like that's a good thing in some ways. But if
Yeah.
you're doing it every night, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it would get a bit much. So I like your approach of just doing it when you feel like it. But my problem right now is that I don't feel like it enough. But once I get in the flow of things and see how much it actually helps, like I feel like it's going to really help me, then I'll do it more. So that's going to be an in for 2025. No pressure on myself, obviously, but I feel like it would just be good for me. And I need something to do that's, I don't know, a way of just getting out of my head and into another place. Like I feel like it would be good to put any worries on a page, so I'm not constantly thinking of like a million and one things.
Yeah, and you can literally just use it to get out your inner monologue, like anything that's going on in your head, just knowing no one's going to read it. This is literally just so I can get stuff down.
Yeah.
It brings up a lot and also helps you work through stuff. So yeah, and you can also do gratitude journaling in it as well.
Yeah.
I do that, like I'll do like what's on my mind today, and I'll
Yeah.
write like 3 pages, like, and then I'll be like, what am I grateful for?
Oh, the
So,
contrast.
yeah, I feel like there's loads of ways you can go about it, and
Yeah.
I hope you'll enjoy.
I'm definitely going to enjoy it. I'm going to start it after Christmas. Because I feel like there'll be a lot to be grateful for.
Yeah.
Be quite a wholesome time to start. And I feel like it'd be nice to look back on as well.
Yeah.
Just to see how far we've come.
Yeah,
So-
it is nice to sort of read back and see how you were feeling and then realise how different things are now.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Love that.
I feel like we should end on a positive.
There's a lot I want to leave in 2024, but if I list it all, I'm going to feel very negative, and I want to go into 2025 with a good energy. And also, a lot of the stuff that I'm leaving in 2024 is really personal and not stuff that I'm just going to air online anyway.
So we can leave that all in the past. It's a
Yeah.
new chapter. Obviously, there's no pressure around starting like a whole new life, a new chapter on January 1st. I feel like on social media, there's a lot. I've seen so many posts like, I'm going to set this as my New Year's resolution in 2025, and then it cuts to the end. I'm already 10 steps ahead of you because I've started now. Have you seen that?
I do not know what side of Instagram you're on, but I do not want to be there. That
That's
would make me want to cry.
Yeah, it's a toxic side. But I've seen a lot of content like that. So that's not the energy that we're going to give.
No.
Like, your new year can start any day. Any single day is a new day. Every hour is a new hour. Every minute is a new minute. Like, you can do whatever you want and start something new or change something in your life whenever you want.
And
Like-
actually, I think it's more beneficial to do things when you think about doing them rather than putting it off, because why give yourself 14 extra days or however many it is, it's not that long now probably, but to engage in behaviours that you don't want to engage in, or to not live the life that you want to live. If you want to start something, you can start right now. Equally, you don't have to change. Like, if you're quite happy in your life, or you've had a lot going on and change feels overwhelming, it's okay to not make New Year's resolutions, and it's okay to just start a new year as the same person.
Yeah, just take each day as it comes. Like, there's no pressure on it strikes midnight and you have to reinvent yourself. Like, you can just go with the flow, you know? And on the same breath, if you do find motivation in hearing that, like, clean slate, that's also fine. Like, jump on it.
Yeah, because
So-
it can be quite nice to be like, it's a new year, this is the perfect time to start being kinder to myself, or start going on a morning walk to get some sunlight in, stuff like that. Like, if that's going to help you, go for it. Just don't let the internet make you feel bad if things look exactly the same for you on December the 28th as they do on December the 5th, January the 5th.
Exactly.
Yeah, basically no pressure.
No, it's your life. Like we've said a million times, do what you want to do.
And on that note,
Yeah.
for the second part of this episode, we are keeping it short and sweet, but we wanted to reflect a little bit on our 2024 and also set some goals and intentions for 2025 in a non-pressure, fun kind of way.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what the future holds. But thinking back on 2024, I feel like it's been 5 years in one, but it's also gone so quick that I can't remember anything that happened.
It feels like a blur.
Yeah.
But at the same time, so much has happened that I feel like I've aged about 45 years.
You're a middle-aged woman sat here. The biggest thing that happened for me in 2024 was that I moved out. I think that's a huge step in life.
Same.
Yeah. Did you move out in 2024?
Yeah.
Did you?
But I also moved back home in 2024.
I was thinking, no, wait. When did you move into your flat?
January.
No way. I thought you'd been there for ages. I don't know why.
No.
I feel like your teenage years, you have this big idea of moving out and this whole dream of like, I'm going to have my own place. I'm going to have my own time and my own space, and no one's going to judge me if I wake up at 11 o'clock and do whatever I want. And the fact that I've actually done that is just wild to me. Like, it felt like a fever dream.
It feels like it's something that's never going to happen, and then suddenly you're an adult and it happens, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh my god, this is my life. And you kind of want to take it all in, and you want to be like conscious of everything, grateful of everything, but it just becomes normal life, and that's so weird when you think about the fact that this was your dream and now you're living an independent adult life.
Yeah, that's such a big part of growing up. And it's come with its ups and its downs, I feel. Like, when you're away from your home and your family, I feel like you appreciate it so much more, because you realise all the small things that you miss at the time you didn't think you'd miss. So it's had its struggles, but it's been happy overall. In the same breath, although there has been struggles and things that I've missed, when I am with my family and at home now, I appreciate it so much more, and I feel like the connections have got better and I'm making a lot more memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can really relate to that. When I moved back home,
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, I missed so much about this.
Yeah.
I was going to say I missed my dog, That's probably
Obviously.
obvious. I miss her right now, and I saw her this morning.
Aw.
But obviously, that's, you know, coming downstairs in the morning, having her there, but also just having cups of tea with my family throughout the
Yeah.
day, or coming home and them being there and getting to have that time with them and saying goodnight to them every
Yeah.
night, and just little things like that that when I moved out I didn't really realise I missed. And obviously when I
Yeah.
move out again I am going to miss that. But it's been really nice to have this time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I feel like that's so special because you see your family in a whole new light. Like you overlook the arguments and you overlook the downsides because you realise how much you missed it when you didn't have it.
Also,
Yeah.
like, I don't know if you've felt this, but I think a lot of arguments in families or between like siblings or whatever,
Yeah.
sometimes they just happen because you're very similar people living in close proximity.
Yeah.
And when you move away and you have a bit of space from people, you're not rubbing up against each other as much.
Yeah. I feel that I haven't argued with my family since I left because there's no like you're not in each other's faces anymore. There's nothing to argue about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I feel like that's my biggest achievement of 2024. Obviously, starting the podcast.
Yeah.
What can we say? Gonna keep that one short and sweet, but that was it. That was a big achievement.
Yeah. I mean,
Proud of us.
she was in the works for a while.
Yeah, almost the whole year, I'd say.
Yeah,
3 months,
we
4?
spoke about it for ages.
Yeah.
And yeah, we had so much planning and so much
Yeah.
excitement around it, and then we brought it to life.
Yeah.
And here we are, 8 episodes later, having a great time.
That sounded like you were having a great time.
Why do I
You
sound
sure?
sarcastic? Having a great time. I actually did mean that. I actually am having a lovely time.
I know you are.
Sometimes I just say things and it sounds, or I make facial expressions and people are like, why do you look like you hate your life? And I'm like, I literally thought I was smiling.
You've just got an RBF.
Past that, I've got like a resting, I don't want to be anywhere near any of you face, even though I'm having a good time. That was a side note anyway.
Yeah. What have you achieved in 2024?
Survived.
That's a big achievement. I was going to say there's definitely so many things that you've done in 24.
Yeah,
2024?
I joke, but despite it all, I am proud of what I have achieved in 2024 because I have, well, something really big happened this year, which I will be able to talk about next year, and I'm so excited.
That could be it is your biggest achievement today. I'm also so excited.
Yeah, I'm so excited. That me singing that made it sound like I was releasing an album or something. I'm not.
You never know.
Haven't been signed by a record label yet, but maybe that's on the cards for 2025 if they hear my beautiful snippets in this podcast.
I'm going to make a edit of just every time that you've sung.
Woo!
There we go.
Oh, I'm just adding to it now. Yeah, I obviously am joking when I say I survived, but 2024 just threw so much at me. Like, the first 3 months of this year, I don't think I ever would have imagined that my life would go the way it went because I was so excited for 2024 and things were going really well. And I feel like I've said this a lot now and it feels like I'm being like really negative every time. So I don't want to just focus on the negatives, but you know, 2024 threw some curveballs and I think I wouldn't be so resilient had I not worked so hard on my mental health and my recovery. Because, you know what, this year I have had things happen that I could never have imagined would happen and that I probably would have thought would actually end my world if I'd have known. But I haven't let myself slip and I haven't let my eating slip and I haven't stopped seeing people or, you know, I've carried on. And I think despite everything, despite trying to deal with grief, kind of getting back on my feet and then being knocked down again, I could have taken that as a sign.
Yeah.
Or I could have let myself believe that life was just always going to be rubbish and everything's always going to be terrible and look how many bad things happen and this is going to be what your life is like. And although I've had those thoughts in moments, I've always been able to tell myself, like, no, there is more to life than this. And I survived.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
And surviving the year is such a big achievement. Like, I feel like people would be so hard on themselves and think, I haven't done anything good this year because I've just got through it. That's achievement in itself.
Yeah, it can be so hard just to get up sometimes.
Yeah.
So this is us telling you that we are proud of you for waking up and getting through every single hard day that you had this year, because you have. There has not been a single difficult day in 2024 that you haven't got through. You are here right now, you're listening, and that means that you made it through the worst.
You've got through 100% of your bad days. You have an 100% success rate.
How great.
That's amazing.
You are killing it. Clap, clap, clap.
That's a silent clap that I'm doing there.
I said clap, 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 just to narrate the clap.
Now we've said one achievement from 2024, we should talk about our 2025 goals. Keeping it short and sweet. I don't have any, like, big goals, actually. Thinking about it now, I don't have anything, like, I want to... I don't know. There's not... I just want to take each day as it comes, do you know what I mean? I just want to be happy.
Not let your life revolve around work, I think. Yeah.
I just want to continue having fun, having a community where we have such a good connection and safe space, and just continue trying to make other people's lives better. Yeah.
I actually think that's really lovely.
Thank you.
It's very wholesome and also very not putting huge pressure on yourself.
Yeah, I mean...
Which I like. Which, I mean, goals don't have to be. They're not do this or you are a terrible person.
Yeah.
Goals are just, it would be really great if in the next year I could achieve this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I do actually have quite big goals.
Ooh.
As you were saying, I don't really have huge goals. I was thinking mine are kind of big. First of all is move out into my own place.
Yeah.
Which I do know is going to happen. It's just a matter of as and when, but I think that transition and getting through that, I'm setting that as a goal because I know it could be a little bit hard.
Yeah.
But I also believe that I will be okay and I can do it. So that. Also,
Excited.
I'm desperate to learn to drive.
Ooh.
I just want to toot up here in a car. I want to get off the Segway. I'm done with the Segways.
Oh, I'm not done with the Segway.
Such an unsafe mode of transport. I can't hack it anymore.
I feel like that would be such a good achievement for you, and it will give you so much freedom as well.
Yeah, this is the thing. I've always been way too scared to go on the roads because I've been like, I would immediately crash. And I just couldn't deal with that. I couldn't deal with the responsibility, the anxiety around it. But I'm now at a point because I used to walk outside and be like, I'm going to die. Now that I can do that and I'm totally fine, I can kind of see that actually I probably could cope in a car because my anxiety is at a point where I think I could do it. So I'd like to start learning to drive. And yeah, I'd just love to be driving by the end of 2025.
I'm excited. We can look back on this at the end of next year and see if we did it or not, or if you did it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you got any other ones? Or is that it?
I have a joint one, which I'm saying this for you.
Can I read your mind? Can I guess? Event. Did I get it right?
How did you do that? No, that's going to seem fake. She actually just guessed
that. Was real. That was real. Hint, hint. Say no more. 2025.
I want us to venture out into the world of...
events.
Yes.
Yeah, something cool and wholesome.
I want the Comfort Zone Pod to become a community, IRL, if you get what I'm saying.
Don't say anymore.
Why did I also sing again? Stay tuned for a potential Comfort Zone event.
Just to reiterate, if you do not achieve your goals by the end of 2025, you have not failed. We have not failed if that does not happen, but we would like it to happen. I'd be very excited if it did happen.
I would be also very thrilled. So let's hope.
You know my fear of high fives.
You smashed that.
Thank you.
JC's main goal for 2025 is to be able to high five.
Yeah, that's going to be my only goal. I'm going to write it in my journal. Tick it off when I've done it. On that note, I'm literally falling into the sofa.
I'm ready for bed.
Yeah.
I hope you are so excited for 2025 because it's going to hold amazing things, and I hope you know that whatever happened in 2024, 2025 can be a great year, and you deserve to go into the new year being kind to yourself, knowing that you deserve good things, knowing that if you don't stick to all of your goals, you can just start again. And if you set the sort of goal that is like, I need to do this every day, and you miss one day, doesn't matter. You can just start whenever you want to start. New Year's Day is New Year's Day, but it's also just a day.
Exactly.
And if you want to start your goals on the 35th of February, which definitely isn't a date. If you want to start your goals at a random point in any point of the year, you can. I believe in you.
Yeah, we believe in you so much, and just be gentle with yourself. You are going to achieve amazing things.
You're going to kill it, Pookie.
So also don't hold back. Like, if you have a wild, crazy dream... Sorry, I just didn't even like such a normal thing to say.
As I was saying, I was thinking, oh, carry on.
What was I going to say? Yeah, don't hold back on your dreams as well. Like, you are capable of so much more than you think you are. So if there's something wild and crazy out there that you want to do, go for it. You'll smash it. We. Oh, we as in yes.
We as in yes in French, because I have no more thoughts.
We would love to hear your 2025 goals and your 2024 achievements and reflections down below. This episode has been short and sweet. We've kept it a little bit lighthearted. I feel like mostly because, honestly, I can't think of anything else that happened in 2024, I'm not going to lie.
It's just not been a year I want to recap, really. And also
fine.
don't want to just sit here and be like, negative.
Yeah.
Which, obviously, you're allowed to feel bad about things that happened, but I just don't. Sometimes I feel like I've talked about things so much that it gets to a point where I'm kind of just feeling worse talking about this.
Yeah.
So,
Chapter closed.
But positive, good energy going into 2025.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great year. It has a ring to it.
Yeah, it does. We are so proud of you for getting to this point.
Yeah, you made it through 2024.
Yeah.
What an achievement.
Well done.
I hope you're proud of yourself.
You should be.
Yeah.
On that note, we will catch up with you in 2025. We can't wait to have you back here in the comfort zone. And have a lovely rest of your year. There's like 2 days left of 2024.
Oh my god, that scared me. Look after yourself. We love you, and thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much. Happy New Year if we don't catch you before then. Bye.
Bye.